And as Christians celebrate Easter, exemplified by the resurrection of Jesus Christ, President Bola Tinubu has said that Nigeria will triumph over its challenges. The president stated this while thanking Nigerians for making sacrifices for the past 10 months of his administration, affirming his commitment to steering the nation on a path of recovery and sustainable growth. In a statement signed by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngilali, the president joined the Christian faithful to commemorate Easter, which he described as a significant moment and a glorious celebration of the triumph of life over death. The statement is titled, "At Easter, President Tinubu celebrates with Christians, calls for unity and compassion." Ngilali said Tinubu, the president, warmly greets Christians in Nigeria and around the world on this occasion, emphasizing love, sacrifice, and compassion as the patent themes of this solemn season. He also noted that the sacrifice of Jesus Christ for humanity is an emphatic lesson for leaders. Therefore, he urged Nigerians to yield to selflessness and compassion and be steadfast in the pursuit of a united, peaceful, and prosperous nation. Tinubu strongly commends Nigerians for the sacrifices they have made in the past few months for the nation to be steered to the path of recovery and sustainable growth. End of quotes. And ex-President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday extended birthday greetings to President Bola Tinubu, who turned 72 today, Friday, March 29, 2024. Buhari commended Tinubu for making sustained efforts to overcome the many problems of the country, as he wished him many happy returns of the day. Buhari's birthday message was conveyed in a statement signed by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, titled, "Former President Buhari greets Tinubu on his 72nd birthday." Last Sunday, Tinubu asked well-meaning friends and family members to keep his birthday low-key. The presidency revealed this in a statement signed by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga. Onanuga premised the low-key celebration on the killing of army officers and policemen in Delta State and the current spate of insecurity nationwide. The presidency said he will use the opportunity of his birthday to reflect and rededicate himself to the task of building a more stable, more secure, virile, prosperous, and united Nigeria. The Deputy Senate President, Senator Jibril Barau, also congratulated Tinubu, describing him as a visionary leader. Barau called on Nigerians of all persuasions to pray for the country and offer their full support to President as he reset the country. Also, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, felicitated with Tinubu. Abbas, in a congratulatory message by his media aide, Musa Krishi, described Tinubu as a grand master of progressive politics. Similarly, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu lauded President Tinubu for his obvious pragmatic moves that are now gradually helping the economy to rebound. Kalu, in a statement by his spokesman, Mr. Levinus Wabogu, saluted the resilience, courage, and tact so far employed by the president to move the country forward. The Federal High Court in Borno has ordered the release of no fewer than 313 suspected terrorists arrested by the military. The court ordered their release for lack of evidence to nail them. This was as the Defense Headquarters said on Thursday that troops neutralized 121 terrorists, apprehended 253 and rescued 244 kidnapped hostages in different operations nationwide in 1 week. The Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Buba Edward, disclosed this during the briefing on military operations across the country on Thursday in Abuja. He assured that the military would comply with the court order and release the suspected terrorists to the state government. The Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, had on December 4, 2023 said out of a total of 1,323 suspects prosecuted for terrorism, only 366 convictions were secured. He noted that 896 others were discharged for lack of evidence. Now, the House of Representatives has vowed that it will recover 2 Bell helicopters, Bell 206L4 BZB and Bell M2061 L4 belonging to the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, Zaria, Kaduna State, sold to private individuals. The chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Public Assets, Ademori Kuye, said this at investigative hearing on the sale of the 2 helicopters in Abuja on Thursday. Kuye expressed concern over the sale of the 2 helicopters to private individuals when the college was left with no helicopter for training. The committee also questioned the process leading to the sale of the helicopters as security agencies, including the Nigerian Air Force, Navy, the police indicated interest to purchase them. The security agencies were, however, denied by the management of the NCAT. The 3 security agencies, according to various submissions, did not only indicate interest in purchasing the helicopters by writing, but also visited the college, but were denied the opportunity to purchase them. Let's talk some health stories now. The president's wife, Senator Remi Tinubu, on Thursday donated 1 billion naira to support the efforts to eradicate tuberculosis from the country by 2030. Mrs. Tinubu made the donation in Abuja following her investiture as the global and national Stop TB champion by the Global Stop TB Partnership. The wives of 36 state governors were also conferred Stop TB champions in their various states. According to the World Health Organization, TB is a disease caused by a bacterium, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that often affects the lungs. The disease is spread through the air. When people with lung TB cough, sneeze, or spit, a person needs to inhale only a few germs to become infected. WHO said a total of 1.3 million people died from TB in 2022, including 167,000 people with HIV. Globally, TB is the second leading infectious killer after COVID-19, above HIV and AIDS. Precisely, Nigeria is ranked 6th and the 1st country with a high burden of TB in the world and Africa, respectively. Speaking at the event, Tinubu said she accepted the investiture as a call to action towards 2030. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pati, said the government was currently equipping the primary health care facilities with essential facilities and personnel to deliver comprehensive services, particularly in rural and underserved areas, with the goal of improving health outcomes and reducing the burden of preventable diseases such as TB. The OVA of Ewu Kingdom in the Ughelli South Local Government area of Delta State, Clement Ikolo Urukwe 1, has surrendered himself to the police. This decision comes on the heels of the defense headquarters declaring him and 7 others wanted on Thursday at a briefing in Abuja in connection to the killing of military personnel in his domain. On March 14, 2024, officers and soldiers of the 181 Amphibious Battalion were killed by some irate youth during a peacekeeping mission in the Okwama community. Okwama and Okoloba communities in the state have been embroiled in a lingering land dispute since 2023. Mobolanli has details of the report.
Based on the news that came out this morning to say I'm wanted, I'm on my way to the police to declare my innocence to the police. I know nothing about this heinous crime. I'm the traditional ruler. Yes, I'm the traditional ruler of a Burubo kingdom. However, I know nothing about it, and I'm going to the police to turn myself in.
Arriving at 6:41 p.m. on Thursday, the monarch was said to have presented himself to the State Commissioner of Police, Olufemi Abaniwanda. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Bright Edafe, confirmed the developments. Prior to the surrendering to the authorities, the monarch addressed reporters, asserting his innocence regarding the allegations.
I'm really very surprised and taken aback that my name as a monarch of the kingdom will appear in a list of wanted persons. I have no hands in killings. I have no hands in encouraging anybody to kill anybody. It is against my philosophy as a human being and my faith as a Catholic, it is against it. This is a serious crime against humanity. And I think they need to look at the appropriate places. They need to do a thorough investigation to know all those who have committed this and bring them to book. And bring them, let justice prevail.
I consider it the most barbaric act any citizen or community can commit against the authority of the state. And I must place on record that a lot of restraints have been exercised so far in our search and recovery efforts for missing arms, ammunition, other equipment, and body parts.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian military on Thursday disclosed that it may place a bounty on suspects connected to the killing. The funeral rites for the slain soldiers took place on Wednesday at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja. Other persons declared wanted: Prof. Ekpepo Arthur, Anda Owe Dennis Bakriri, Akevru Daniel Omotegbo, aka Amagben, Akata Malawa David, Sinclair Oliki, Ruben Baru, and Igoli Abi. Bukola Ogumoyiwa reporting for iBrandTV.